Welcome guys to Buddyverse. Today we're here with my friend Frankie.
Hey,
He's gonna do
Deck
deck profile about
Shadow Shades.
the cancer deck.
Why cancer?
It's pretty annoying.
Uh, there's a lot of annoying things. Anyway, Magic World, the flag, and the buddy. So for the monsters, I run 4 of the Joe of the last one, size 3. He's good. You don't take any damage while he's out. He stacks on souls, and he deals damage. He just pokes. He's really good. We play 4 of this guy. Sinbad. You drop it to get back a Shadow Shade monster from your drop zone. You mainly do it for him or this guy. When he drops from the soul and the opponent's turn, you get a gauge, a life, and you draw 1. And while he's in the soul, he gains the monster that attacks gains penetrate and double attack, which is stupid because he already has double attack, but he gains penetrate either way.
That's pretty good.
And the other monster I run is Countdown. He protects your shade from being destroyed once, so he's good. That's all the monsters. There's 13. Now we go to the spells. We run 4 nice ones. Self-explanatory. You play 1 gauge, you draw 2. 4 Sephiroth's Lecture. You activate a spell. You look at the top 2, 1 to the gauge and 1 to your hand. 4 of the most broken set spell, the most broken set spell in the deck. During battle phase at the start, you put a soul into a Shadow Shade from the top of the deck, and you add 1 from the soul to the hand. Both are optional, but yeah, still good. Obviously, you're gonna do it. For Little Light, something about the deck, if you don't open up with this guy, you can send him to the gauge or to the drop zone and get him back with this guy. And you're getting life.
So if you don't open with your buddy, you're screwed.
Yeah. You want to open with your buddy, and there's no other way to search it, so you just drop it and get it back again. There's another card that I'm running that you can also pick it up. 4 of the promo.
The most broken
Fake out.
card.
Fake out. If you're decking out, it's really good because you just loop them, and then you go into Lost World. So
Why the
that's
effect
good.
of that card?
What?
The effect.
The effect is when you are attacked, you can nullify the attack and put a spell card from your drop zone to the bottom of the deck, and you draw a card. So, yeah. 2 of the Shade. You activate it. If you have a Shadow Shade on your field, you get a gauge and you draw, and then you put it into the soul of a Shadow Shade on your field. You can use it even if you don't have the body on the field. You can put it inside the set spell. If you have bad luck. 2 of the new card, Self-Care. You just use it for the 1 gauge 1 life, and you rest 2 cards on the opponent's field. Obviously, 2 Abracadabras. You can put it in the soul of the Shadow Shade and getting it back to your hand. So it's like you're running infinite amount of Abracadabras. It's really good. 1 Warrior, because same thing, you can basically loop it. You can get it whenever you want. Yeah, it's good, but you need 3 spells. You can't activate it the first turn, so that's why I only run 1. 1 Loyalty, that for certain matchups like Dimension Dragons and Danger Deck.
God Punk.
God Punk, yeah, that. It's good. 1 Time Cell. 2 gauge, 2 life to draw. It's not that crazy, but yeah. In the case that you are with no gauge, you can use Killer Order. You pay 1 life and you gain 2 gauge. And if your opponent has 2 more gauge than you gain 2 more gauge. So yeah. Of course, Buddy Block. Only run 1 because the same thing. You can loop it. You can use it whenever you want. And since this is a center deck, you don't actually need the Buddy Block. But if they kill this, you're gonna need it. 1 Militia Selector. You pay a gauge. You either destroy a card, a size 1 or less monster, or give it 3,000 and to counter attack and put it into the soul of Shadow Shade. 1 Infector. It's mainly to protect your cards from being destroyed by card effects. You don't do anything else with it because, well, you're not Plea. Of course, the other broken set spell. During your opponent's turn, at the start, you discard a card and add a spell. So yeah, it's really good. And 1 Trio. This is the other card you use to get him. You pay 1 gauge and 1 life, and you add any monster from the top zone to the hand. So even if you get it afterwards, even if you have this guy on field, you can use it to get back, well, basically anything but this. It's another important one. And the 2 last cards to Lost World. And this is my build. I used 4 of the OG Vanity. It's really self-explanatory. You drop anything when he attacks, and yeah, he has double attack. 2 of the Trial Deck one. He's good. He bounces or destroys when he attacks. And the other thing is that they can be destroyed by card effects, so that's really good.
And they have double attacks.
Yeah, and they have double attack and 3 crit. And the other Vanity I run is this guy. He attacks, he has 5 crit. He destroys everything when he attacks, and he can't be destroyed by card effects. 2 of the guy that draws triple attack. I really don't have to explain anything else. He triple attacks and he draws. This guy, in case you need a Vanity if they're all gone away, or anything actually, or this guy. He revives at the start of the battle phase. One of these guys, when he on call, takes something, make it minus 10,000, 10,000, and 3 crit. So it's really good. And when he gets destroyed as well. And every time he attacks, he takes a gauge from the opponent. One of this guy, he nullifies and destroys something, so that's really good. And either way, you can, revive it. 3 of the best null spell right now. You null any spell for free. Yeah, that's great. 3 of the shield that deals 2 damage to the opponent and you gain 2 life. You don't have to have anything. You don't need anything on the field to use it. So yeah. 2-dimension jamming. Drop 2 cards of the opponent. It's really good, especially when you're in control of the board. 2 of dimension draw. I don't like it at 3. I always see it anyway. I hold my draw spells when I go into Lost World, and I draw into this, and this draws into more cards. And it gives me drop zone to like revive and stuff. 2 gauge to draw and 2 life if you have 2 Lost Vaders. So yeah, just 1. And it's also once per turn. So 1-dimension live stream, you only need it like once. If you're dying, you can loop it if you want afterwards. 1 Vanity Cell, so you don't get OTK'd with an impact, or with a monster. Depends. Dimension Revive. Revive anything. It's cool. 1 of this Val Vortex, since if I have anything on my hand that requires me to pay gauge or something, I can use this and I don't have to pay anything. And the impact, this, you pay 1 gauge, you stand a Lost Monster, or a Lost Vader. Yeah, a Lost Vader, and you attack with it, has penetrate and +5 crit. So since it's a spell, I mean an impact, normal impact, you can stand as many times as you got them in your hand. So yeah, and that's it.
So if someone wants to make it, the deck is really low budget.
Well, the main deck is very low budget, but
the only card expensive is like
the only
Fake Out.
yeah, that it's only Fake Out, but the rest of the deck, I guess, like $40, $50 maybe.
Yeah, if you want to play in locals and you know how Lost World and all that stuff, it's pretty good deck.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need Lost World, you just need it to not deck out. So yeah.
Yeah.
As for the Lost deck, well, you can run anything you want, but this is my personal choice, and since I have the vanities, well, yeah. But you can basically use any build and it'll still be good. You just don't want to deck out with this, because sometimes they'll stall you and you'll need a way to get out of that situation where you're gonna kill yourself, basically. So yeah.
So thank you, Frankie. Thank you to all of you. Subscribe. We'll see you next Friday in Buddyfight and Buddyverse. Sorry.